What's up, everyone? Welcome back, and today we're going to talk about the absolute cinema that is a Minecraft movie. See if I actually let myself wear these glasses for the whole review. Minecraft movie is directed by Jared Hess, best known for movies like Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite. The movie stars Jason Momoa, Jack Black, Academy Award nominee Danielle Brooks, Emma Myers, Sebastian Hansen, and Jennifer Coolidge in a bit of a supporting role. The movie is essentially about four misfits, four people who you would never imagine together, a motley crew, if you will, are transported into this magical world of imagination and creation. A conflict ensues, and they have no choice but to work together with this expert crafter named Steve, played by Jack Black. Now, I'll just cut to the chase. Is this a good movie? Absolutely not. Did I have fun with it, and do I think you could have fun with it too? Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's a good movie or necessarily a well-made movie by any means. However, I do think it accomplishes its job. What I mean by that is my screening had a lot of kids, a lot of families, and a lot of teens who I assume played the game, people who are familiar with the material, etc., and the theater was buzzing. There were several pops during the movie of things and references that I didn't necessarily understand, but the way the theater was reacting was like peak MCU movie. There were a lot of laughs. There was a lot of fun. I won't lie to you. There were moments of genuine humor that got me and made the people around me laugh, the other critics with me, and some genuine moments of like decent emotion, decent fun. And I don't know, I think I have to give the movie credit for not only being able to invoke some of those things out of me, but for really delivering for these other people. I believe when they set out to make this movie, yes, it is a big corporate cash grab. It is low-hanging fruit because it's like the most popular video game ever. And when you watch the movie, it does feel like something they kind of slapped together. However, if they went for their target demographic and they nailed it, I think it has to get points for that. There's no doubt in my mind, by the way, that this movie's going to make like $1 billion. I think that's pretty safe to say. But I'll be a critic and do my job. In terms of the movie itself, the story is pretty basic. There's nothing really great there. A lot of the opening of the movie is exposition, and in fact, they rely on exposition a lot. I think they're doing that for the people like me in the audience who haven't played Minecraft and aren't really familiar with anything that goes on with it. So a lot of exposition dumps and characters who are pretty flat. However, I do think the characters work well together. If you are a massive Jack Black fan, this movie is for you. If you are not a massive Jack Black fan, do not see this movie. I say that because this movie is like Jack Black, like final form, Jack Black Unchained, if you will. He is 100% doing his Jack Black thing, maybe more than 100%, pretty over the top. He does everything. It's like his greatest hits. He's singing, he's dancing, he's doing that voice, he's doing his karate stuff, he's doing his like head fake, sneak attack. It's so Jack Black to where parts of the movie, especially at the beginning, it kind of works, you're into it, but definitely as the movie goes on, I feel like your mileage may vary. He does get annoying in a lot of places, and by the end of the movie I was like, can we deliver any lines or material just normal? I have to say, I was surprised how much I liked Jason Momoa's character by the end. From a performance standpoint, it's okay, but he plays this washed up gamer, this former gaming champion who just really needs a win. He's kind of down on his luck, and he's kind of like an idiot and dumb. However, I think he has really fun chemistry with Jack Black and Sebastian Hansen, who plays like one of the younger children in this movie. And I don't know, his character I thought offered something a little bit more gravitas. He's sort of doing his shtick still, the classic Jason Momoa bro thing. But for me, I actually found it working, and some of the humor in this movie that really worked for me came from him. Jennifer Coolidge has this really fun side plot. It is pretty funny, and it does have a pretty hilarious payoff by the end. However, when you get to the movie, you can't help but think her plot feels absolutely pointless, and maybe she was just in the movie for draw, or maybe she was just like in the movie to, I don't know, try to add something to it. But her plot by the end of the movie, I'm like, why is this here? I was pretty disappointed with Danielle Brooks, not just because she's an Academy Award nominee, but because she's not really in the movie. It's not her fault, but the role of like the five main characters here, it is the smallest. She kind of just ends up there with him, and then she never really has a moment or moments where she does anything that's really memorable. So shout out to her. She got her paycheck. but not much to give in this movie. And I think Emma Myers and Sebastian Hansen are pretty good. They're the kids, they're the emotional core of the movie. They're going to this new town after their mother passes away, trying to look for a fresh start, and they get roped into this whole situation. And Sebastian Hansen, his character is the one who's trying to explore creativity and things like that. So him, Momoa, Jack Black, when they get into that Minecraft world, his talents are really able to be explored. So they were, and he in particular, he was a really easy character to root for and like, and the performance was pretty solid for being a younger actor. VFX isn't bad too. A lot of the creatures, including the villain who's played by, I have to look at the name, who's played by the villain, Rachel House, actually gives a pretty fun performance. Actually, maybe my favorite performance in the movie, one of the villains in the actual Minecraft world. But the VFX on her and parts of the world and some of the other sort of CG characters actually looked pretty good. So I would say in terms of budget, production value, not bad. Yes, there are several scenes where it is a green screen, it is that CGI slop, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, and I was actually impressed in other places. In terms of the movie, I think my favorite portion is like the first 15 or 20 minutes. I know I said it's a lot of exposition, and it is, but I think that's when like we're being introduced to the characters. There's a lot of fun humor between them, and their dynamic ends up being pretty interesting. Then the whole second act of the movie is where the movie really lost me. I think it drags. We're in the Minecraft world. There's a action sequence that goes on for way too long, sort of forced conflict to kind of separate characters. And then the third act is your crazy over the top action thing. I do think the ending is very fun and very satisfying, and I would say worth the journey. If you're already in there, right, why not stick it out till the end? I want to go back to the humor, because if you're not a Minecraft fan, if you're not a child, if you're not going with family or things like that, it's going to be some of the humor and the character moments that keep you going. And I think Jared Hess does have this awkward, zany humor that works in his movies, and there were genuine moments that I was laughing in this movie. I'm not just saying that. I would be turning to the people with me, or we would be reacting in the audience. There were some legitimate moments that got me, and those are what kind of kept me going throughout this entire runtime. If not for that, I think this movie would be like relatively unwatchable. And I would say get ready for more, because there is a post-credit scene that I would imagine sets up a sequel, and I'm not kidding you, the theater exploded like a massive cameo in a Marvel movie or other comic book movie. It was pretty surreal to see. Other than that, I don't have much more to say, because one, I don't want to crap on the movie anymore, because like I said, maybe I'm lucky and I had a first-hand account of this movie really working and really impacting people. I mean, look, I was so enthralled I had to get these glasses, right? By just the experience. We walked out of the movie and the theater was just buzzing. The kids, their families, you could tell the teens who played the game are talking about characters, references, things they're going to see in the sequel. And it was pretty cool to see. And even though I didn't necessarily love the movie, there were moments I had fun with it. So I'm not really going to sit here and rip or critique the rest of the movie. It's not going to help the whole IP driven films. It's not gonna, like David Zaslav's comments the other day from Warner Brothers, where they're gonna go back to focusing on these big budget IP franchise films. Yes, it's not contributing to the artistry of cinema. In fact, it's doing the opposite. However, I do think it is important that we have movies like these for kids and families and these video game communities to be represented. So I am in this tough place where there's a lot more negative things I want to say, but I don't think I'm gonna. Well, I'm sitting here telling you that it's not particularly good, but I think there's moments of fun you could have. I am gonna recommend seeing it, because I do think the movie's gonna make $1 billion and be pretty big, and I think, I don't know, saying you saw the Minecraft movie just so you have something to talk about could work, or maybe some of the stuff will work for you way more, the characters, the humor, the fun of it all. It might. So I don't want to say this movie is a total loss, a total slop fest, an insult to cinema, because I don't think that's fair, but I will say it is not a good movie by any means, and I would say it deserves, let's go with a 5 out of 10. That's what I'm going to give it. But I would love to know your thoughts. Have you seen the Minecraft movie? Are you planning on seeing it? And when you do, let me know if you like it, disliked it, thought it was the worst thing in the world, or had a tasteful, semi-decent blast in the middle like me. Have a great one, everyone, and I cannot wait to hang out with you all again very soon.